I think we can all agree traveling carry-on only is always the best way to go. However, there are times when you are just traveling for a super long period of time. Maybe you have a family vacation and you need to pack for yourself and your children, or you have a seasonal holiday where you have extra equipment like chunkier boots, big pieces of outerwear. Whatever the reason, today's video, I'm gonna show you how to pack your checked suitcase like a pro. And I'm extra excited because I have brand new products to show you guys from today's sponsor, Tripped Travel Gear. I've got their compression cubes and organization products that are not only so amazing, but they are designed and made by other avid travelers. So I can't wait to break that down. If you're new here, I have a huge database of travel content and reviews. I will link that playlist for you guys up here. And then I also have a free downloadable of my personal packing list. I'll include down below in the description box along with details on all the items features today. So on that note, I love you guys so much and let's get started. So there are two phases to the packing process. Phase one is packing and organization of all the actual items. Phase number two is assembling all of these items into the suitcase into a strategic Tetris-like method. So let's start off with phase number one, packing of all your items. Main things off the checklist are your clothing, your shoes and accessories, your toiletries, and all of your tools and extra miscellaneous items. So the biggest category that's gonna take the most volume is, of course, your clothes. There are two packing plans that I have. The first one is gonna be the capsule wardrobe. I highly recommend my method right here that I'll link for you. It's a 12-piece capsule wardrobe method that is so effective. Or number two is another popular one called the 5-4-3-2-1 method. That one is 5 tops, 4 bottoms, 3 dresses and shoes, 2 pieces of swimsuits, handbags, and 1 item of hat, sunglasses, and watch, I believe. I'm gonna be doing a deep dive on that in a separate video. That's more about what to pack. This video is more about how to pack. So back on track here, the number one essential tool for packing a checked bag is packing cubes, specifically compression packing cubes. Why are these so important? They organize all of your clothes by either the category, the types of outfits, or by person. Compression cubes squeeze all of the excess air and compress everything down to the most compact size. And they also create these beautiful modular Tetris pieces to assemble easily into your suitcase. And then when you arrive at your destination, you can easily lift things out and put them in a dresser or a more stationary place at your hotel. Let's get back into our sponsor, Tripped Travel Gear. You guys know how excited I get about packing cubes. So today I have 2 different sets from them. We have the mesh set that has a see-through panel on it, and then we also have the original packing compression cube set. Both of these are fantastic because they have a great variety of sizes from small to large to extra large, in addition to a sealable, compressible laundry bag and also a tube cube / accessory bag. The larger sizes are great for the bulk of your clothing, your tops, your bottoms, your dresses, pieces of outerwear, and then the smaller sizes you can use for your pajamas, your workout gear, and then the long tube cube or the accessory ones are great for your intimates, your socks, your swimsuits, your smaller items. Then in terms of packing the cubes, I know that there's a big debate on rolling versus folding. To me, I don't think it makes that big of a difference. It really just depends on the articles of clothing and your personal preference. I'm a predominantly flat packing person, and then I'll utilize rolling when it makes sense. Like I have a cashmere or a delicate soft piece of clothing, then I will roll that one. I think no matter what your folding preference is, the compression packing cube is gonna do its job to minimize the imprint of your clothes to as small as possible so that you can rearrange and maximize the capacity of your suitcase. Now, what I love about these ones from Tripped Travel Gear that are really different from the other ones that I have, number one is the vertical orientation of these cubes. They have a nice big wide mouth to be able to file your clothes in. You have a top handle on all of these, so it's really easy to load and unload and carry the cubes around the hotel room, whatever you need. The laundry bag is so genius. You have this hard rimmed edging that you're able to seal and roll down to press all of the excess air out. Also good for sealing out the odor. And then these cubes are so lightweight and highly durable and resistant. Machine washable, and I love that the zippers are extra strong. The compression is amazing, and the fact that they give you a lot of different sizes. You don't have to cram so much in each one. You could be really methodical in separating all of your items without having to overstuff your cubes, which I am so guilty of that. So I've got both of these different sets in the dusty blue color. You guys just saw all the demoing on the screen. I'll be using these two sets on my vacation. My family and my son, I'll be using the mesh set for me, the other set for my son. Moving on to packing of category 2, shoes and accessories. Shoe bags are a must for hygienic reasons and also organizing your different shoes. For me, I like to pack 2 to 3 different pairs, and the best way to pack them, in my opinion, is to go inverted. So I like to fold the shoes onto each other so that they are opposite. That way you're almost like compressing the size of the shoe and making it more modular and more rectangular. And another hack, if you have a tennis shoe or something that actually has a crevasse, or a shoe that actually has a cavity, is that you can stuff extra socks, scrunchies, sunglasses, utilize those empty spaces within the shoes before you stuff it into the shoe bag. Moving on to handbags. I mentioned this in my other video too. I love to nest handbags whenever possible and also utilize dust covers or purse bags to protect the exterior. Again, a purse is obviously going to have an empty cavity inside of it. So this is a great way to stash any extra pieces of clothing, smaller items, or one of my favorite ways is to nest the bags within each other if one is larger. Oh, and an even better hack. I like to use my reusable daily grocery shopping bags as dust covers and shoe bags. My favorite ones are from Baggu. These suckers can hold so much stuff and so much weight. So if I'm traveling and I know I'm gonna be shopping, these are super useful while I'm on vacation. But en route, they're protecting my shoes, they're protecting my handbags, and they're also machine washable. So when you get home, you can wash them and reuse them in a clean way. Category number 3, toiletries. I mentioned the same thing in my carry-on version of this video, but my favorite style of packing all my toiletries is utilizing a hanging toiletry kit and going clear, especially clear quart-size bags because it's great for organization, visibility, and they're also cost-effective. Lo and behold, Trip Travel Gear has their own toiletry kit that utilizes all of my favorite functionality in one kit. This is their hanging toiletry kit. It not only includes the hanging kit, like the hanging dop kit, but it also includes a travel clear 311 TSA quart size bag and also an extra sleeve. So normally I've had to piecemeal these individual items, but I love that this kit has all of my key favorite essentials. And the reason why it's so fabulous, okay, is because at your destination, you don't necessarily have a lot of countertop space. A hanging dop kit allows you to have easy access where you can see all your items at one. You can hang it on a towel rack. You can keep the counter space clear for other people. This one is also really unique because you have a detachable, clear, zippered compartment. So that's super easy, which is great for getting through security if you need to show your liquids. You also have a hidden exterior zipper so that you can have quick access to items like mouthwash or deodorant while you're on the go. Second is the clear quart case. This is one of my favorite ways to organize all of my toiletries, and this one's extra special because it has a freaking handle on it that's clip-on, so you can also treat this as a hanging toiletry case in and of itself. And then lastly, you get a sleeve, which you can use for your styling irons, your brushes, any other toiletry tools, or you can use it as a wet bag for your swimsuit, which always happens to me. I always want to break in one last swim at the pool before I head to the airport. So this could be your wet bag so you can isolate that wet item while you're trying to get back home. To be quite honest, even if I'm doing a checked bag, I don't like bringing full-size items just because I don't want to lug heavy-ass luggage. So if you are that person, I'll include some of my other favorite high-volume items, like a train case is really helpful, or some of my bigger vanity jumbo cases. I'll include some of my other favorites down below in case this is not exactly up your alley. Oh, sorry, last but not least, your makeup bag. From my last carry-on video, I still have the favorite makeup case. This is the rollout one. This makeup case folds into a beautiful cylindrical rectangular shape. It also folds out so nice and sturdy where you can see all your items. I love this makeup case still, so just FYI. And then the last category is gonna be miscellaneous tools. So for checked in, you can have other tech equipment. I like to pack extra tripods in here. Of course, tech equipment that does not include batteries. FYI, batteries have got to go with you into the main cabin and your personal item, your carry-on suitcase. Other miscellaneous items could be hats or things for your child, sound machine. For longer vacations, I like to have my own like hair dryer or blow dry tool. But for the electronics that you're taking on the plane with you, I highly recommend a tech organizer. Here I have the travel pouch from Tripped Travel Gear. This one is fabulous. I'm actually using it. This is a beautiful leather trimmed travel pouch that is fantastic for organizing all of your external batteries, your cords, and then you also have an extra exterior quick access pocket. So I will link this down below with the rest of the items. All right, now that you've got all of your items in their respective organizers, packing cubes, toiletry kits, etc., we are moving on to phase 2, which is assembly of the actual suitcase. What you're gonna do is you're gonna round up all of your items and then open up your suitcase. We're gonna treat this like a methodical Tetris game. You're gonna notice there's two sides to the suitcase, a flat side that's like a perfect rectangle, and then you've got the side that has the trolley handle. I want you to think about this as like a Tetris game where you're trying to fill up every single nook, cranny, crevice in the most effective way. So we're gonna look at the handle side first. So there's 3 different like lanes that are created from the handlebar. I like to fill up all 3 lanes first with all of the odds, ends, and miscellaneous items. So this is where the tube cube or the accessory cube is so effective. So I'll put in a tube cube here. Shoes are another great way to fill up this space. Tripods, hair stylers, anything that's like a rectangular item. I like to fill in all those crevices first so that we are filling up those divots. The makeup bag is great here. Different wipes, if you've got a kid, you got baby wipes, sunglass cases, anything rectangular shape. I like to fill in all 3 lanes of these crevices first. That way you're not wasting all of these nice little craters. Then step 2 is to move onto the flat side and fill it with your packing cubes. The packing cubes are great because they're already modular. You can do 2 stacks of them on top of each other to fill in that rectangular space. Whatever it is, I just like to put the bulky items into that nice flat empty area. And then now you've got a really good sense of the leftover space in your suitcase. This is where you want to fill in all of the nooks and crannies with anything you have left. If you have a special item like a hat, sometimes I will put that upside down and then fill the hat hole with items and then put something flat on top. Maybe you have little things that you forgot to pack and you're in a rush. Here's where you can make use of the corners of the suitcase. Sometimes the packing cubes will create like a nice soft curvature so you can fill in those spaces so that things are very modular. So after you're done getting everything nice and crammed down, I like to think of my pieces of outerwear are things that I want to stay flat. So if you have things like a blazer or a sweater, things that you want to lie flat and keep preserved, that last gasp of air that you've got on each side is where you can lay things nice and flat, where they have lots of space to just lay down and be flat Stanley. The compression of the suitcase can maintain its shape. And then of course the compression panel in your suitcase will keep that even extra preserved. And then last but not least, if you're an overpacker, a great hack is to zip up your entire suitcase, stand up and lift your suitcase and give it a nice jiggle. Your items will shift towards the bottom of the suitcase and then you can lay it back down, open it back up, and then you will notice a nice empty space at the top of your suitcase. You can utilize that as a mental note to know if you're going to be bringing extra items back, that's all the space you have left, or if you want to jam some extra stuff in there, there goes your free space. Either way, I would be highly conscientious of the weight of your bag. I have mastered the 49.9 pound packing of my checked suitcase, but this is also an important way so you don't just get surprised at the airport or have to pay any overage fees. And especially with international, they're way more strict out there. So, all right, guys, that does it for today's video. I hope you guys learned something new or have a new strategy that you can use for packing your checked bag. If you guys made it to the end of this video, can you leave me a white heart emoji down below in the comments? I absolutely love my white heart fam, and if you guys enjoyed this content, be sure to give me a like and subscribe to the channel. It would mean the world to me. Have some safe, amazing travels out there, you guys, and I'll catch you in the next video. Love you. Bye.